right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. And bye.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Right. Let's go out there and get your box. Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there and let's reset. Forget about the round. It was a bad round.
Let's fight.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. You're way better than that.
And fight.
You're better than that. You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight, because he's going to be cut.
Let's do it.
are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've done all that work all the way through camp.
Do your business.
Do it. You've switched off completely. I need to focus on what you're doing.
Let's go.
Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falkor Bay. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend?
Muhammad Ali. Here comes the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Just, of course, famously knocked out Sonny Liston. He's 20-0 with 16 KOs. He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing it.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny sky.
All right,
Todd, it's a beautiful day, but it's going to be somebody's nightmare and somebody's happy night.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The momentum. There's the bell for round 2. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want that heavy fist. That one will count. Hook just can't find the target. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some impressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Straight right just misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That counter shot lands. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That left hook missed. How about that time counter shot? That hook won't score. And he scores with the counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage.
How you doing?
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They exchange punches. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Straight right just misses. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Dominating him, and he's going to let him know all about it. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Almost a 10-8 round, complete. There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. Mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches you.
There's a scoring blow. One more time.
Need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can
That will do it. They want no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that
I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's go.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get back out there and switch on. Now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. what are you doing? You've switched off completely. I need you to... Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just...
Left back.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. I need you to go back out. are you doing? Come on, you're switching off.
One, two, three, four, five. Are you okay?
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. You've been coasting.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better.
Do your business.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus.
Let's do it.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Let's fight.
Now you let him back into the fight that round. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get
Let's do it.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Don't worry about that round. Don't.
Let's fight.
doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job.
Give me your pistol. One, two, three, four. Give me your glove.
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light. This is the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. This
bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting.
So much hype surrounding. And that's the opening bell, round 1. So much for boxing. This is a fight. The straight right just misses. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. And they are delivering. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Shot from the gods, they...
Let's talk about fury in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round, there'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do they do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement, moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. With that jab. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to...
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. They both want the knockout. Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. exchange punches. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. They block that jab. Counter punch right up the middle. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging could be. There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. One of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked. Using their experience to let their opponent punch themselves out. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I promise you all. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good job stopping that uppercut. A perfect counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without...
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Beautiful counter punch. Miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And that jab just missed with the left hand. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you got to do is you got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this... Here we go, it's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a scoring blow. He threw a punch and just got countered. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Straight right just misses. What an engine on this fighter, continuing to throw and land power shots. Nice counter shot. What a punch. A high-octane battle. Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. There's the bell to start round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. The straight right just misses. Misses with the jab. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Judges have spoken.